Hi everyone and welcome back. It's still birthday week and I'm going to show you one of my favorite steakhouse menu items that I love. It's called Chicken LAREDO. Now I've made this for you many years ago. We're going to bring it back because it's a great one. Y'all, it's even low carb. Close your ears. Some of y'all don't like to hear that. But it's very tasty and you could pair it with just about any starch or vegetable that you want. And I'm going to show you what we're going to pair ours with at the end. All right, you guys, we've got to start with the poblano peppers. That gives it the flavor, okay? Now, I've already roasted them. I did that yesterday. So I'm going to show you that clip right here. All right, we're going to prep the poblano peppers first. I've got 3 of them that I'm going to be using for this dish. I've already cleaned them off. We're going to take off the top of the pepper as close to the stem line as you can. We're going to cut through. Now we want to get that out, so you just take your small sharp knife. We're going to break off what's attached. We're going to pull out the seed pocket and go in. All right, y'all see how nice and clean that is in there? We're not slitting it or doing any of that. Now we're going to place our poblanos on a sheet pan that I've lined with some foil. That'll keep our sheet pan nice and clean. We're going to take some olive oil. We're just going to drizzle on each pepper just a little bit. There we go. Then I'm going to take my pastry brush and just coat the whole pepper. We're not going inside the pepper, just on the outside. Very lightly. They do get wiggly. I've got my oven preheated at 400 degrees. We're going to place this in there. We're going to cook these for about 45 minutes until they get nice and charred and blistery. Now you can go in there every so often and turn them around if you want to do that. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do next with them. What we're going to do, I've just taken these out of the oven. Ah, look how good and blistery those look. I'm going to place them in a Ziploc bag. This will help remove the skin, loosen it up even more. I'm going to put all 3 of them in there. Then we're going to seal the bag, get all the air out, and we're going to let it rest for about 5 to 10 minutes. And we'll pull them out, and then we'll scrape all the skin off. That's what they look like right here. Now, what's great about making it like this is you can do this the day before. Just go ahead and prep these, and you can slice, dice, or whatever you want. Put them in the refrigerator and have them ready the next day for your meal. Got them roasted. I've pulled them out of the Ziploc bag, and what I'm going to do now is just peel off the skin as much as we can because no one wants to eat that part of it. And it's so easy to do. Look at that, big sheets just come right off. There's no seeds on the inside to try to take out. Ooh, look at that sheet right there. We're going to stack these, and then I'm going to cut these into strips. And then I'm going to cut them in half. All right, look at that. Now, Chicken LAREDO is all about flavor and all about keeping it simple. You're going to need tomatoes, red onions, an avocado, cilantro, cheese. We'll go over that here in just a little bit. And then seasonings. And I've got salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and I'm going to be adding some cumin. That's not in my original recipe, but I'm going to add it anyway. And then you're going to need some cooking oil, and I've got olive oil right here. Now the recipe is going to call for boneless, skinless chicken breast. I've got 4 of them here. These are about 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick. I was trying to think of the size of it there. Now if you're having a thicker chicken breast, you can slice it in half lengthwise and get 2 pieces out of that, and that'll be totally fine for this recipe here. So what I'm going to do is I've got them laid out on a cutting board, and I am just going to spray them with a little bit of oil on the top. That'll help keep the seasonings on it. Now, we're going to season. Salt. There, some cracked black pepper. What's one of your favorite steakhouses that y'all like to eat out? Mine is Saltgrass. And then another one is Outback. All right, I got some garlic powder. Just right across the top.
How many of y'all remember Steak and Ale?
Oh, yeah. That's been quite a few years, huh?
Used to eat there every Friday night.
With your dad, right?
Yep, with my dad.
Onion powder. And to give it a little flair, a little warmth of flavor to go with everything else, so we're going to put on it ground cumin. All right. Now what we're going to do is flip this over into our pan and then season the other side. Now each chicken is a serving. Now these were already this size when I took them out of the package. I'll show you all the package that I use. I get it from Walmart. They're individually packaged, the chicken, each piece. And okay, it looks like this right here. And it comes 5 to a pack. A little bit of oil, salt. And you can adjust the seasonings any way you want. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. All right, we got the garlic powder, onion powder. Yeah, it's gonna taste good. And my extra ingredient, ground cumin. Okay, we're gonna place this in the oven that's been preheated at 350 degrees for about 16 minutes. We're gonna pull it out. They don't have to be fully cooked at this time because they're gonna go back in with some delicious toppings on top. All right, let's get those going. Now while the chicken is cooking, we're gonna go ahead and slice up a red onion. And then what we wanna do is saute it down. Give that some flavor too. So I'm just gonna take off both ends, peel off that outer layer. We're gonna heat up our skillet. You just need a small skillet, nothing too big. But not like an egg pan, okay? You don't want that. All right. We're just gonna slice it. I love this recipe. I consider it very healthy, but it's so yummy. These will melt down, so I'm gonna do the whole onion. All right, I've got my oil here, and I'm gonna place it in my pan. There we go. And now I'm going to pop in the onions, and we're going to saute these down until they're nice and soft, and we want them to look nice and caramelized also. All right, we're going to give it a little flavor, some salt, black pepper, kind of mimicking the flavors that we put on the chicken. Garlic powder, the onion powder, and then we'll do the cumin, which I found my big container of, so we'll use that. There it is. I didn't run out. We'll shake some in very carefully. There we go. And then, once these are done, we'll be right back. Those look really good. Nice and caramelized, softened down. What we're gonna do now, I'm going to add my poblanos that I cooked yesterday. They were in the refrigerator with a tight lid on them. We're going to add those to heat them through. All right, we're going to turn it off. Now what we're going to do is flip the chicken over. Smells delicious. The whole house smells delicious. All right, we're going to put the poblanos and the red onions that we sauteed up on top of the chicken. I've got some tomato I already diced up, so we're going to place those right on top. Okay, we're going to pop this back in the oven for another 10 to 12 minutes until our chicken is cooked through and nice and tender. Use a thermometer to make sure you check your chicken and make sure it's 165 degrees or more. All right, I'm going to be back because we've still got a few more toppings left that are easy to put on this. And we're going to give it a try. All right, y'all, what do y'all think? That is my chicken LAREDO. I've got some avocado on there. I'm going to put some, now you can put feta cheese, or we're using like a cotija cheese or a ranchero cheese. And then I'm going to put, for a little pop of freshness, some cilantro. Or if you don't like cilantro, you can certainly put parsley. There it is, you guys. I'm ready to dive in. I got my baked potato, got my broccoli, and I've got the chicken LAREDO, loaded full of freshness and flavor. Let's go in. Oh yeah, it's so tender. That knife goes right through like a butter. Look at that. All right, let's put everything on it. There we go. That's my bite. I'm excited about that bite. Mmm. Mmm. That is very delicious. It's nice and fresh. That chicken is delicious. It's nice and tender, full of flavor. Mmm. Don't forget your sides. What are they going to be? Baked potato? That's the only carb on the plate. So you can put whatever you want on there, like sweet potato or cauliflower. That's what it made right here. Yeah. All right, you guys, give me a thumbs up on this one. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification. That way you'll always know when shows like this one here are posted. I'll see y'all on the next episode. Bye. Broccoli.